All right, welcome back to Problem Solver Politics. I'm your host, Cardin Ellis, with Cody the Oracle.
Hey, everyone.
And today we're actually going to be analyzing Andrew Yang's online presence. We've talked a lot about who has the best merch, and who has the best X, who has the best Y, who has the best Z. What?
Best walk-up song, remember?
Yeah, who has the best walkout music, the whole 9 yards. But if we're actually going to say, go Google Andrew Yang to all these people, we actually have to kind of analyze just how effective the online presence is of the Yang 2020 campaign. So we've brutalized and scrutinized every square inch of Yang2020.com, but we're going to step back for a second and fresh face it and analyze a little bit the internet presence of Andrew Yang. So Cody, start us off.
All right, cool. Well, I have it on the screen for you guys right here. You can see. For any of you who have not been to yang2020.com/policies, maybe you've heard this guy's got a policy for everything. Maybe you've just heard he wants to give you $1,000 a month. We're just really quickly going to go through and kind of show what it is because again, we have looked through this. The other day, we were trying to do a video. We like doing videos where we break down policies for you guys, and we're like, which ones are left? I feel like we broke down like almost all of these. So here, I'm going to take us down. So anyway.
Yeah, we've been doing this long enough that he's had time to actually change policies.
Yeah, remove policies we did videos on, exactly.
Yeah, so now we're like the archival source.
I know, I actually had to go back and
Andrew
check
Yang.
what he said on his page.
Yeah, we're the archival source of the page for his media ombudsman. And his Second Amendment stuff. He actually changed a lot of his Second Amendment stuff.
That was like slight, kind of individual lines changed. That wasn't put. Anyway, though.
Okay, keep going.
I guess it is worth pointing down that he has, in the very least, as far as the ombudsman, as far as I know, maybe it's been re-added. I believe I heard some people saying it was going to be taken down just to be re-added later. But as far as I know, I don't see it there. Let me make sure it's not here now. It's not here now. So there we go. Anyway, though, let's just scroll through really quick with you guys. The first thing he'll do is
before
he'll
you
talk
go through
about
our policies.
Well, I just want to go through the first 3 pillars real quick.
But you're getting something that I get that's different. When I get it, I think it's because I haven't logged in on this server before.
No, just click, continue.
No, but I actually like that it says Andrew Yang wants to invest in your hometown.
Oh, yeah.
And that the very first page is actually a list
that's
of how much the freedom dividend would get you. Because if it's a flagship proposal, it's got to be his flagship page on his site, right?
I guess, you know what? Hold on. Let's see if I can really quickly get to that again. Actually,
I think because you've logged in enough times, it doesn't show it to you, but it still shows it to me.
I clicked past it. Actually, guys, hold on. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I want to go over the 3 policies he talks about mainly. Right, here's those 3 policies: the freedom dividend, which is $1,000 a month; Medicare for all. A lot of candidates passionate about that, and then human-centered capitalism. We'll go over kind of his more broader things right now, actually, which is that he goes out and you'll notice one thing. I'll scroll through. He has, I believe, it's well over 100 policies now listed.
I mean, that's incredible.
One thing I think is kind of cute: the freedom dividend is under every subheading, from miscellaneous to education to civil rights. Actually,
I didn't realize he was 3-peating it.
Oh, it's under almost every single one. But he's saying the freedom dividend helps everything. But we just kind of want to go through with you guys and show, because you have to admit, I admit right now, especially before, it's overwhelming. It's like, where do you even start? Having the headings now is a little bit useful. You'll clearly see the freedom dividend is one of the main things that he's going to direct you to on here. But if you ever heard a question like, you know what, this Andrew Yang guy, what does he actually think about the environment? What is he actually saying about the environment? Does he really care? He said move to high ground. What does that mean? Right? Any of that? Yeah. One of the cool things about having a candidate like Andrew Yang, he doesn't have one landing page that says the environment is very important for everyone, and studies say this, so vote for me and I will.
Studies say this. Donald Trump said that. We're better.
And you can go through here, and here's individual policy proposal changes for how he's going to combat climate change. He says, as president, I will, and he goes through a lot of stuff. I'm just going to go through a few. End the current tax benefits and cuts given to fossil fuel companies. Direct the EPA to survey the states and private organizations to collate all programs designed to promote renewable energy adoption. Invest in any idea that has the potential to reverse the damage done to the environment. For example, cloud seeding technology to increase the atmosphere reflectivity, and much more. You guys can come here. We'll have the link to
cloud seeding freaks me out. The chemtrails, man. Well, I know that's different technology, but still.
You're not going to like this either. Carbon fee and dividend. But if you want to know, what is his opinion on this?
No, we did the carbon fee and dividend.
No, I have. But what I'm saying is, for anyone who has any questions about Andrew Yang in specific, what does he think about X or Y or Z? Honestly, go to his website and look. There is probably a policy out there. What does Andrew Yang think about plastic straws? Well, he has a whole thing on how to reduce plastic waste. So there's definitely a proposal for almost everything, which we've talked in the past could be almost, I don't want to say damaging, but if you're on the debate stage with with Donald Trump, What happens if Donald Trump looks at him and says, well, let's see, Mr. Yang, how about first we go over your policies that you listed as miscellaneous or fun? Let's see what the American people really think about getting rid of the penny. I like the cute name. The penny makes no sense. I like
support for the arts. That should be under education. I'm a huge advocate of support for the arts.
But you see what I mean? Like, I just, playing devil's advocate here. It could be the kind of double edge of this where it could,
under miscellaneous, did he say making taxes fun?
Oh
my gosh! Look at that, third from the bottom. Making taxes fun.
Hey, if you guys
we
want to know what that
have to
means,
do a video on this. That's new.
No, it used to be a different name. It used to be called Make Tax Day a Federal Holiday. The name was changed.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, because I was
about
going to say.
Link in the description actually, if you guys want to see a video on this. But he says that create a federal holiday and the date taxes are due. Provide a report to every taxpayer with a breakdown of where the tax dollars go. That who actually called for that in Twitter not too long ago? I believe it was Cardi B. Said, "Hey, why do I pay taxes and have no idea where this money goes? It just goes somewhere." Good point. Well, Andrew Yang wants to address that point, and he has his own plan for addressing it. And then he wants to bring two taxpayers who file their taxes early from each, or bring two taxpayers who file their taxes early from each state to a celebration at the White House with members of Congress on Revenue Day. Wow, what a party, man! So that.
He wants to throw a congressional party.
Yeah, on Revenue Day, man.
Oh,
that's probably the
epic.
biggest day in Washington. Revenue.
Yeah, we don't look like
Day.
Pan Am in the Hunger Games until we truly start throwing parties on the day that we harvest a Revenue Day.
But again, I mean, just for people out there who have heard of Andrew Yang, maybe you just saw him. I saw him for a few minutes on an interview somewhere. He said $1,000 a month for everyone. Is that all he's about? Is this the one for people say he's kind of like a gimmick. He wants to give you $1,000 a month. I don't know what else he's about. Trust me. It's not a gimmick. You could disagree on a lot of these policies. We actually have disagreed on some of them. But, I mean, you have to admit, at the very least, the guy's tried to address everything. You can kind of tell in some of this stuff he tried to address something maybe for the sake of addressing it. Again, I think it's a valid criticism. Some of these things exist for the sake of existing. But still, just seeing someone who's thinking about this stuff also can be viewed as encouraging. So, again, if you've heard a question on his policies, before you ask anywhere else, just go to his website. He will tell you, as president, I will do X.
Okay, now, I would like to offer a very small, I don't want to say a criticism, but something that I think could be an improvement that I think would serve Andrew Yang and the Yang Gang well. Do you ever notice how people's dogs end up looking like them? Or people get dogs that look kind of like them?
Yeah, which way? One or the other, right?
Yeah, you've heard that theory before, that people's dogs end up looking like them.
Oh, yeah.
But all of us kind of project our psychology onto other people and onto the thought process we're in. And one thing's for sure. The Yang 2020 site is very freedom dividendy. The first thing you look up, or the first thing you're met with, is a chance to put in your zip code where it calculates how many citizens are in your area or in your city and how much the freedom dividend would help out your city. In my case, it says Andrew Yang wants to invest $25 million odd.
I just pulled up a random town, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang wants to invest $502,000 per month into Austin, Texas with a freedom dividend. I'm sure there's much different varying numbers from smaller cities to larger, but yeah, that is very fascinating.
So for our city, it's going to be about $25 million, and that's great.
Wow. That's a lot.
And then he's obviously a very cerebral person that has a lot of plans, and he's willing to disclose those plans via the internet because he's a very big internet candidate. So it's very Andrew Yang-y with kind of cool graphics and everything. I would love to see. I mean, if you really are the social media and up and coming candidate, I would love to see a positive feed of all the things your supporters and the Yang Gangers are doing for you.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, come on.
Highlights on it's
it
tough,
wouldn't be an automatic feed. It would be arbitrated by one of his interns or whatever.
I think it's tough, dude. You never want to let random people online speak for you.
But you can't tell me the impression. See, that would set you apart. We're looking
how about
at things.
This? You want to say an internet candidate? He literally has stretch goals on his website, like it's a Kickstarter.
I get that, and it's better than more, but I'm just saying, if you're trying to separate yourself from a field of 20 people, you're not going to be able to do it on the debate stage unless you're willing to go down to their clown world level, okay? So you're going to have to do it online. And what's the way of doing it online? If you have human-centered capitalism as the second tier of your 3-tier program, shouldn't you have a human-centered website? And maybe just have all of the... No, just hold on a second. You can't tell me that guy getting a tattoo if that were on an automatic social media feed, were the top 5 posts of that day that were
who's
positive
that
about
for?
Andrew Yang
That's
were there?
for people who
for
already
the
like him.
first time viewer that logs into Yang 2020 to see what this guy is about, and then sees everything that the Atlanta Yang Gang is up to, sees the video of the guy projecting on the side of an empty mall, Google Andrew Yang for the mall
And
apocalypse.
much more. Don't forget anyone else. Much more stuff out there. I hear you. I'm just saying.
I think that would be a vast improvement, don't you?
I think that's cool.
Or is
thing.
the stretch goal cute enough already?
I think it's a cool thing to do on social media. Maybe they can do a better job highlighting that on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Agree with that. On the website, dude, I love the stretch goal idea. I think it's adorable. One, you got this little picture of Andrew Yang climbing up. The other thing is, for any of you people, maybe you heard a little bit about this, but presidential candidate announces Spotify playlist. It is true. You're not hearing lies. The Yang2020.com, their last stretch goal for reaching the $2 million mark, was a Spotify playlist. Give me a second, I'll play it up, and really quickly, if you want, we'll just scroll through it and go through it.
Town.
Yeah, he
So what do they listen to in the Yang2020.com?
a lot of the Smiths, a lot of Cure,
Spotify list.
a lot of Smiths, a lot of Cure. Here we go. Here's the list. So
Lose yourself. Oh yeah.
Eminem. There we go. Gotta love Eminem.
This guy's got my respect.
Because Eminem. Not gonna get an Eminem discussion.
Dog Days are
Anyway,
over. Florence and the Machine, dude.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
A lot of Florence and the Machine. A lot of the Cure.
I love Florence.
lot of
Oh,
The
he's
Cure,
a
lot of
Florence guy.
Yeah, big time.
Oh
Turn of the
man,
Max,
Yang
gotta be
just
there.
went up in my book, brother.
Yeah.
The Smiths, I confess, I don't know much about the Smiths, bro.
Depeche Mode. Oh no way.
Ooh, Depeche Mode.
Not
That's a little bit
surprised.
before my time, brother.
Whatever.
Depeche Mode. He's an oldie but goodie.
It's like the 80s, whatever. Anyway, The Bravery, I remember that song. A couple
I
of different
don't.
artists. More Smiths, some Stone Temple Pilots, more
Dog Days
Florence,
are over. Florence and the Machine again.
Foo Fighters, some Muse.
Foo Fighters, that's kinda like my high school.
Definitely an alternative rock fan for a very long time. We got the
Wow.
Talking Heads, we got U2, we got Sting, we got Jane's Addiction, we got Weezer.
Dude,
But
this
again,
guy is straight out of the 90s.
yeah, well, some of the stuff's 80s, some 70s, I believe, some 90s.
Yeah,
some
I'm
2000s.
loving this,
Some
man.
modern stuff, some Halsey in there, and some other stuff.
Except for Florence. That's not 90s.
No, that's like modern stuff. It's just some modern stuff, some older.
And 8 Mile, that's 2000.
But again, it's just so cool to see a website like this. And again, I'm not gonna hide it. I think I announced. I said that was the last video we did. I'm gonna say it again. Like full disclosure, I've donated to the campaign, so I'm very passionate about it. However, I do think things like this. I think a cute little stretch goal like this, it kind of triggers your brain a little bit. It gets people to donate, as well as just the way the website's designed. Where again, if you ever had a question, just pick anything. What does Andrew Yang think about? What does Andrew Yang think about? I got a fun one for you guys. I don't know what you guys think about this, but maybe you hear
what
about
does
this.
Andrew Yang think about paintballing?
Sometimes, fortunately, it's not there. But sometimes people get thrown off airlines because the airlines overbook and they bump people. But what does a presidential candidate think about that? Well, guess what? You can find out. He has a whole policy on preventing airlines from moving customers. So.
Awesome.
That is just, like I said, full disclosure, I'm a big fan of the guy anyway. But if you are curious of Andrew Yang, who is he? What is he about? What does he think about X? What does he think about Y? Go to his website, and honestly, man, he'll probably answer that question for you right there. Tell you exactly what he thinks about it, exactly why he thinks it, exactly what he'll do. So I think that's a very cool thing.
Yeah, same here. So I still think you should have the live social media feed, but hey, that's just me. Anyway, if you guys have any suggestions you think that actually might help the internet presence
Or
of
a
Andrew
candidate
Yang,
with a better presence. If you disagree, you think someone's got a better web presence, their website's better designed, let us know. I mean, to be frank, I have not spent a bunch of hours in every one of them. Maybe one's out there, but we think this is one of the better ones.
yeah, if you'd like to donate to the show and contribute monetarily, you can head to the link below. It's a simple PayPal link. The hats are on order. We actually should start embroidering them Monday. Pretty exciting. So you guys will have a chance to pick up some merch with some Problem Solver Politics hats. Other than that, we really look forward to seeing you guys on the live stream. It's going to be totally fun. It'll be our first big live stream, really. After being monetized, we can have super chats. We can also have the super conversations. And then what else am I missing? Oh, yeah. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure you hit that button so you see every single one of our updates. This is Problem Solver Politics.